Howdy, this is Lemmy with RevZilla, here to talk to you today about the Biltwell EXFIL 7 bag. You should be checking out a Biltwell EXFIL 7 bag if you have stuff and you need to put that stuff onto your motorcycle. These things are currently being made for a wide variety of bikes. They fit on all sorts of different things. I'm going to show you why in just a moment here. Installation on these is really simple. I'm going to call it a one beard in our beard scale of difficulty. Even if you're brain dead, you should be able to attach one of these to your motorcycle. Let's get kicked off a little bit about Biltwell, a little bit about the EXFIL 7 bag. So those of you guys who have watched any of my other videos about Biltwell know that I'm pretty in love with these guys. Biltwell makes really nice stuff. The bang for the buck is really good, and they happen to make a lot of stuff that looks good on the types of bikes that I tend to ride personally. The EXFIL 7 bag is absolutely no exception to any of the above. This is a cool looking bag that functions really well, and it's not gonna break the bank here. So first, let's get the name out of the way. EXFIL is short for exfiltrate, means to get the hell out of Dodge. That's pretty much the whole idea behind the name here. I think they're sort of trying to make a little connection there between the military and the military styling of this thing. Any of you guys who were military know that this is sort of similar to the Molle webbing you probably had on your packs all over the place. Molle webbing is really cool. It's basically this series of stitched loops here. Google it if you're not familiar with it, but what it means is this thing can be attached to a bunch of different things, and it also means a bunch of different things can attach easily to this bag. The Molle system is really cool, and they've kind of absorbed that into this bag, and it's kind of nice to see because it makes this thing just really versatile. Now let's get to the 7 part of the nomenclature, and 7, it kind of is a little bit of a derivative here. Most of you who are purchasing bags, luggage, etc. know that typically internal volume is measured in terms of, well, internal volume. They either talk about liters or cubic centimeters, etc. That's not how Biltwell does things. They have their kind of curious yet quaint nomenclature here. They actually measure the internal volume of their luggage by using the amount of 12-ounce cans that it holds. This thing holds 7 12-ounce cans. Let's crack it open and I'll show you exactly what I'm talking about. So as I'm opening this, you notice we have these heavy-duty speed quick release buckles holding this thing shut, kind of nice. More Molle across the front on here. We'll open this baby up. So as I had mentioned, the 7 there is the 7 beer capacity here. We'll get this thing open. So this holds 7 beers and a little bit more. So there's 7 beers that go inside here, and then there are also 2 pockets. One here, one on the back. I'm going to call these your Colorado pockets. If you have any other paraphernalia besides your beer that needs to come along, use your Colorado pockets and you can get your stuff moving in there. So we flip this thing open and you can see this is a resting. It is bright orange inside of this baby. Whether you get the olive drab colorway or you go with black, interiors on these are orange. So you can see, obviously, your 7 beers are going to fit in here. One of the things you guys can't feel, but I can because I'm up here making this video and I have one of these in my hands, is that these things are very heavy. We're talking polyester bag here. This stuff is like ballistic level. It is just so tough. This is PVC backed for increased water resistance, not waterproof, fairly water resistant though. We'll talk about why in just a moment. And these things also have some foam lining here. Helps give it a little bit of body, but again, if we're actually going to throw 7 adult beverages in here like they're talking about, you would want this thing to actually help keep them cold. Speaking of keeping them cold, if you look down in here, I'm not sure if you can see them, so we'll flip this thing over. We've got a couple of drain grommets in here. They're not kidding. You really can put beer in here. It will keep it cold and it will drain your ice water out as you rock and roll in this thing. So this is normally a time we maybe would chat about installation. I feel like we don't need to talk about it too awful much. Turn this baby around, we'll talk about how this thing actually installs and where it goes. The EXFIL 7 is what they call a universal bag, and they are dead serious about this. This thing is super universal. Due to this Molle system and the included straps on here, you can put this just about anywhere on a motorcycle. Handlebars, risers, big sissy bar, throw it on your fender strut, put it on your frame down below. There are like a million places you can put this thing just by reconfiguring the straps. If there's one criticism I have for this bag, it is the straps themselves. This is a super cool military nylon, like tech, tactical looking bag, and they got these weird leather straps on there. I'm not really sure where that goes styling wise. They do work well though, so I can't really knock them. That should be about all you need to know about the EXFIL 7 bag. Super duper useful. I don't own one of these. I absolutely will steal one of these when we're done with this video because I can use these on quite a few of my motorcycles. Awesome for if you're packing for just a really light day trip, or again, if you really do want to bring a couple brews somewhere, this is the way to fly. I really like this thing. I'm guessing some of you guys will too. Click that info button. You can read about other people who think this is a very versatile piece of gear. If, however, you still have a question after you read through those reviews, definitely get in touch with one of our gear geeks, 877-792-9455. Of course, you can always drop us an email too, cs@revzilla.com. I'm Lemmy. I'm out of here.